Welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time, we put our new golden scale to use, got a couple heart pieces, and then made our way here to the Fire Temple, sporting our lovely new heat-resistant tunic. Otherwise, let's continue on. Because frankly, we've got a whole lot of dungeon to explore today. So, let's stay on our toes, shall we? Now, this was a room that, as a kid, I always loved and thought was a ton of fun. It's not immediately obvious how to progress here, because you see a big hole of fire, and that's kind of it. So, you know that you slid down this, you can take a look around down here, but there really isn't much going on. So, you might be wondering, well, what the heck do I do? Well, turns out, what you need to do is come onto this wall. If I could be lucky and actually get on it. For whatever reason, this slope here is really weird and finicky. I don't know why it's like this, but it is. So, usually if you fall down, just hook shot up here and climb the wall. Notably, you don't have to hook shot it to actually climb it. You just need to walk up to it and hold up. As you can see, there are keys up here. So, use your ranged weapons to your advantage and take care of them. Nothing too hard. Otherwise, no, I think we want to stay up here. If you see, there's a big face block over there. So, let's use our hook shot to save us a little bit of time and climbing. Or not. We'll do it the slow way. Fine game. I guess really the intended way. And simply climb up here, get on here, and, goodness, careful. Take care of some more keys, just like so. And I guess grab some money, why not? Hop on down, nice and careful now. We wouldn't want to, get back up on the ledge. I was gonna say drop down, but, Link had some other plans, I guess. So what you want to do is push this big old face block all the way down. Because, once you do, should you stand atop it, it'll bring you up. This is just another one of those really cool moments that I feel anyone who's played the game always remembers. It's so cool. Ooh, we have another Goron to save here. And we have a pretty darn fun enemy coming up. Look at him. He's a little fire slug. Kind of reminds me of a certain Pokemon.
Torch slug. When the fire on its back is extinguished, it will run away. Destroy it before it relights.
So these guys are pretty simple. Hit them once to unignite them, and then hit them again. It's pretty simple. Just smack them again. I mean, really, you can't get more simple than that, can you? Otherwise, let's take a look here. We have a big block, what looks to be a switch to hit, and what looks to be the side grating of something we can climb. Alright, pretty simple. First things first, let's see what the switch does. Gets rid of fire up there, huh? Well, remember when that Goron said that you can use the special crop in order to activate switches? That is what he was talking about. Otherwise, let's see. Obviously, we have the Goron here, which, sorry, pal, I know you're scared out of your wits, but, not too much we can do for you right this second. And actually, I think we do need to come up here first. Because otherwise, we need to push the block. And I don't think we can make the jump over there from here. We might be able to, though. Oh, we totally can. I don't know why I was thinking we couldn't make it. No. In fact, that's what you're supposed to do. Give this nice big old block a push. Come on down. Give it a nice little pull. And then once we climb this, we'll be able to climb up. Very simple. Maybe a little obtuse, if nothing else, but it works. Then climb on up here. And then, this is where you're supposed to use your bomb knowledge. If you're good at throwing, you can hit it from up here. Nice and easy. That'll save you plenty of time to climb on up. And now you might be thinking, well, what about the Goron? We'll be back for him, don't worry. There's actually a different way to help him, which we'll be getting there soon enough. Otherwise, let's look. Ooh. Looks like a big old maze of some sort? Well, at the very least, I don't like the rolling boulders. So, ooh. I hear something, and I want to say there's a bubble wall. Yep, right here. The Skulltula sound is supposed to be what tips you off to that. Otherwise, give him a slash, do a nice little backflip, and grab your token. Very nice. Otherwise, hello boulder that stopped for no reason and is also moving on its own. You're very interesting. And I think... Aha! Another little Goron to help. Hey there, buddy. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Let me tell you a secret as a reward for releasing me. When you're on fire, you can put it out by swinging your sword or by rolling forward. Did you know that? Not specifically, actually. I really don't remember that one. Still, it's, admittedly really niche and not all that useful. But the key you have is, still, it is a good piece of advice for, the future if you do happen to get set on fire. So, pretty cool. Ooh, oh, I was hoping to beat the boulder. I did not. Otherwise, ooh, there's a place to use our key, but let's look around a little bit more first, because evidently, this is a pretty darn large room with a lot of boulders that are just kind of rolling. A little weird, but, I suppose there is weirder. After all, we had a giant, fish man give us a frog. So, anything's possible. Hey there, pal. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In this temple, there are doors that fall down when you try to open them. When one of these doors starts to fall, move. If you use a sample of the Goron's special crop, you can break it. Now, what he's trying to teach you about are an enemy that are, I believe, called door mimics or something similar. Something to that effect anyways. Point is, don't believe every door you see. Ow. They're not all friendly or helpful. Go figure. That's, I think, where we came from. Avoid some of these boulders here. And I guess let's use our first small key here. See what we can do. Oh, this is quite the interesting room. Well, I do see a lovely little switch. Ooh. Now, we could go forward and use our other small key, but frankly, I think I want to explore what's in this door first. Ooh. Interesting room with a big chest, no less. Let's see what's inside. Well, would you look at that? It's the dungeon map. Always useful. Now that I've satisfied my curiosity, let's use our key and move forward, shall we? Seems like a good idea. I gotta say, I love the shot there. And well, we just got a sneak peek of this room, but, seems pretty interesting. Just a big old room with, nothing in it. Great. Now look, you didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? So otherwise, simply keep on moving, outrun the fire, and it's pretty darn simple. So long as you're even semi-competent at playing the game, you should be able to outrun it, no problem. Still, it is a cool effect and a neat idea for a trap. But, Yeah, that's kind of all there is to it. Ooh, now we're up above. Very useful. I'm sorry, Sluggy. And let's take a look around. Because there are, I believe, there's another Skulltula up here. Worst case, if I can't find it, I'll use my notes. But I think you're supposed to use the Scarecrow song. And as you can see, if the giant gash in the floor wasn't obvious enough...
Link, I hear Goron voices down below.
Navi will tell you that, hey, you should probably blow that up and go on down below. And look, to be fair, she is trying to help you. So down we go. Take a little bit of damage, which is a-okay. And we find ourselves back in the room to help that Goron we saw earlier. Hey, guy. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Here's a tip for rescuing me. Somewhere in this temple, you're sure to meet up with some creatures that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them. Looks like you might need some of the Goron's special crop. That's all I have to tell you. Interesting. A creature that dances? That arrows don't hurt, that we specifically have to explode. A bit of a very specific enemy, wouldn't you say? Still, admittedly, I really like that enemy, and I'm super excited for when we get to them. So, I like that he mentions and prepares you for it. Admittedly, I think the game does a really phenomenal job all throughout it of actually preparing you for things. The only big misstep I really can think of and remember is when you first come to Death Mountain and have to figure out that you need to play Saria's song for Darunia. Other than that, I feel like the game does a really great job for you. And I think up there is where we need the Scarecrow song. Let's give it a shot. Oops. No, wait, it's... There we go. I almost forgot the Konami code for a minute there. Bit embarrassing. But looks like we weren't close enough. Maybe... Come on, Navi, go up there. Because I think she has to be up there for it to actually work. I might be wrong, though. Maybe we just have to be a little closer. There we go. Hello, friend. Can we get you from down here? Yes, we can. And, admittedly... Ah... A hit... Uh-oh. Ooh. I was going to say a hidden little ledge, and while yes, that is true, I forgot that it moved up and I walked off it. So, be a little more careful than I am, evidently. And, let's try that one again, shall we? Ooh. Because I think... Yep, just hook shot to it, and then don't touch anything. And it'll bring you to this secret room, which is basically entirely dedicated to getting you one golden Skulltula. I mean, hey, you must feel pretty special, huh? Another Skulltula down. Very nice. There's also this little, well, I was going to say ladder, but I guess grating or fencing is more accurate. It'll bring you up here to this area. Which, yeah, pretty big locale, huh? As you can see, there's also another Skulltula. Take him out, grab his token, and be on your way. Pretty darn useful, I'd say. What's this? Oh. Alright. Seems pretty cool. As you can see, there's a little hook shot area there, but, our hook shot is much too thin to actually reach it from a reasonable area. So I want to say what you're supposed to do is walk there, then hook shot up, rather than walking. So, let's give it a shot. Because obviously we want whatever's in that treasure, don't we? Come on. Oh, is that really still too short? well, I suppose I'm quite the fool. I wasn't high enough. Alright. Third time's the charm. You got me. You got me. I do like how the camera pans to the hookshot target to show you that, like, hey, you do need to use this for it. There we go. And what's inside? Why, it's a huge rupee, worth a whopping 200 rupees. Very nice. Notably, this room is technically entirely optional. There's nothing in here you actually need. Sure, the golden skulltula, yes. But again, you only need 50 of them throughout the game to get the piece of heart, which really is all we actually care about. Still, if you're grabbing everything, may as well get the huge rupee. It'll buy you some blue potions later on. Ow. And gosh darn it, I fell back down. That's a bit embarrassing. Let's see. Excuse me, Mr. Boulder. I need back into this room. Because we get to run the gauntlet again, which, evidently is pretty easy. So, at least it's not filled with a whole bunch of enemies. I think there are a couple bubbles, here and there. But, well, they're not all that difficult now, are they? Now, if you get hit by the wall, it does a little bit of damage. And, that's kind of it. It does respawn, though, notably. So, keep that in mind. It was something that I figured was kind of worth showing off. Also, we do have another small key. Which means we can come up this way. Now, although that is probably the way to go, there's still plenty of things we didn't see up here. So, let's finish what's on our plate before we continue to explore. After all, it pays off being a thorough adventurer. Hello, Mr. Sluggy. I'm so sorry that I need to extinguish you. But you are an enemy, so it is what it is. I'm sure he's used to it. And I believe we want to come all the way over here. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Because we need to hit the switch that's over this way. I'm so sorry, Mr. Sluggy. I'll take your magic bottle, though. Now, admittedly, I know I haven't used magic a whole lot while playing, but, admittedly, using Din's fire in the fire temple probably isn't the most wise decision. So, please forgive me for not using that here. It does make me wonder, though, if it has any unique interactions with the fire-based enemies. They're probably just immune to it, though. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. If you find a place that you can see on the map but can't reach, try playing your ocarina. I mean, that's just a generally good tip for the whole game. So hey, I'll take it. I'll also take another small key. Very useful. That's also the reason I didn't want to progress yet, because I knew we were still missing a small key. I can't tell you how many times I've gone through this dungeon, and I mean, heck, even look at the Forest Temple, for instance, where you just forget one small key, and then suddenly it's the whole game of, oh no, where'd I forget it? Usually that's where the compass and map come in, so at least the game tries to help you. And now we get to run the gauntlet the opposite way. Again, not that it's all that hard, but still, a cool set piece, if nothing else. Ooh. Just a nice big hallway. My guess is that this might be a loading zone. Or maybe what it's intended for? I guess I don't know. Ooh. Here's a pretty darn big room. Interesting. What is this, Navi? Excuse me, Mr. Bat.
You can see down from here. Isn't that the room where we saw Darunia? It is.
And if you notice, that's the big pillar. So we need to find a way to, I guess, knock it down. Unfortunately, we don't quite have a way to do that yet. And we gotta be careful here, because we have a maze of fire and boulders. I tell you, the game devs got quite creative. Excuse me, Mr. Keys. No free taps. This door is not evil. Because remember, some of the doors are. Ooh. My guess is that this is the compass. And what do you know? I'm dead on the money. Very nice. The compass usually in this temple really helps you find if you missed anything or if there's any rooms you haven't been to yet. So, assumedly, we'll beat all those other rooms because, well, there's been no other way for us to get to them so far. So, fingers crossed that we've been thorough and that we'll end up there later. Also, hello, Mr. Boulder. Ow. Yeah, I always hated this maze. As you can see, there's nowhere else we can actually go in it for now. I tell ya, for being the fire temple, well, it's no stranger to hostility. And, alright, we have another one. I want to say this one is decently tricky. Listen, no more of that, huh? Ow. You know, I should have expected that. I should have expected that, too. There we go. Hello, Mr. Boulder. Come here often? And then otherwise, let's see. Looks safe. You, however, are not. Alright. Find a nice way in. And what have we here? Please don't eat me. If you eat something like me, you'll get a stomach ache. And you'll be sorry. Well, as we can see, there's not really a whole lot for us here right now. So, we'll be back. And welcome to the other side of the fire maze. Yeah, they were real nice about making this. They even put plenty of fire keys here to annoy you. How thoughtful. Oh, careful. Otherwise, let's see. Yeah, didn't want it to be too easy. Hit the switch, flame goes down, work your way through the maze. Luckily, it's not all that difficult. But still, if you don't know the way, well, you might get tripped up a bit. I can't blame you. Trust me, I've gotten tripped up by it many a time. Uh-oh. Yep. Here's one of those evil doors. Blow them up and reveal the real door. And welcome to one of my favorite mini-bosses.
Flare Dancer, extinguish its flaming clothes first.
These things are interesting, but they're pretty darn simple. All you need to do is to hookshot them and then deal some punishment. They're pretty easy. Now, you're supposed to bomb them, but the hookshot really just makes them easy. When he runs around, if you can, hit him with a jump attack, because it'll do big damage. But don't worry too much about it. There we go. As you can see, each time they take a set amount of damage, they change color, which is really cool. Uh-oh. Ow. And if you're good with the hook shot, you can actually catch them while they're doing this. Oh, come on now. I want to say the other big thing you can do is you can grab them with the hook shot while they're running, but it's really not necessary. Just walk around the pillar and do a jumping attack. It's pretty simple, but I really like their design. Once they're dead, they explode as a final goodbye. Or maybe it's more of a screw you. Anyways, I really like that enemy's design a lot. And then, up we go. Cool. Ah, nice little switch. And a thing to climb. Very convenient. And yeah, we've seen this trick before. Simply set a bomb, let it blow up, go past the flames, and climb on up. And you know, to be fair, for being evidently a very simple puzzle, I still like that they actually, put it in there. It does make it feel pretty special. So it's like, hey, I still want you to work for it, you know? Oh, baby, this room. Oh, this room. So as you can see, there's a slow way and a quick, dangerous way up to a giant flaming thing. Evidently, it's a chest. So if we can... There we go. Not bad, not bad. Get rid of some keys. Save yourself the headache. And hope that you're pretty darn accurate at running here. Because let me tell you, this is not my favorite thing, and it is always nerve-wracking. It's not too hard, but I wouldn't blame you if you've fallen into that pit more than once. You found the Megaton Hammer. Press C to smash and break junk. It's so heavy, you need to use 2 hands to swing it. A pretty darn phenomenal item. Much like Bigoron's sword, you need 2 hands. And if I don't have a torch in our way, it makes a pretty darn big impact. It's a pretty phenomenal item, and it does a fair bit of damage. I believe it does as much as the Master Sword does, and you can effectively fight with it. So, use it to your heart's content. Now, obviously, we have Bigoron's sword, so there's no excuse for us to use anything other than it, but it's still an option. Now, the other big thing, which might be a little obvious, is that this thing has some force behind it. See these pillars? Give them a hit, and down you go. It also can be used to get rid of statues like this. So, keep your eyes peeled. Then, oh, hello, fire keys. Ooh, man, I tell you, Bigoron's spin attack is just such a darn useful technique. And what do we got here? Boxes, huh? Well, hit that down. Make some more stairs. Which I gotta say, it's an interesting theme that both fire areas have intricate stairs like that. One going up and one going down. Kinda cool, though. I like how many of the ideas they reuse throughout the game. I think it's really neat. I mean, heck, we did this same gimmick in Jabu Jabu's Belly. So, why not? Ooh. Bonk. Very nice. Oh, cool. That was convenient. And over here, let's hit the big one. Beautiful. With that out of our way, we now can progress in that room, though you might realize we don't have the boss key yet. So, it doesn't exactly do much for us.
This switch looks rusted.
And, it is. So, give it a nice little bonk. Because unfortunately, your weight and even the iron boot's weight won't be enough for it. Would you look at that? A big time block, huh? Luckily for us, we know to play the Song of Time. And, camera, you good? Well, it does pretty alright. But with it moved, you now have an easy way to get back up and to get over to this rusted switch. Well, hey there, friend. I know it took us a little minute, but how you doing? Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me.
A door is hidden inside the statue at the entrance to this temple, but the Goron's special crop won't work on it. Don't you have anything stronger?
We sure do. And again, a very useful hint. And of course, another small key. Very useful. Now at this point, frankly, there's no reason to go back around the entire temple when we can just take that big shortcut we unlocked. Now look, to be frank, it's gonna hurt. So down we go. Huh. Didn't hurt a bit. All right. Pretty useful. So yeah, for whatever reason, certain heights, they just make not hurt. Probably for convenience sake, which honestly is really nice. I can't blame them for that. So yeah, this little statue here, you can bonk it away. And as you can see, when you use the hammer to move stuff, time freezes. It's an interesting property that never really comes up, but it is good to know about it. God, I tell you, all these gosh darn fire enemies. I mean, look, you'd almost think it's the fire temple or something. So, I can't exactly blame them. Alright. Nothing like a good old-fashioned brawl. And then, more floating tiles. Sure. Now, if you want, you can walk away from them, you can bonk them, take your pick. Things will work. Hello, Mr. Like. Nope, I got 8. Which is fine, because it'll show you what, happens. And if you defeat him nice and quick, he'll cough up all your things. Which, it is kind of cool seeing the models for these items on the floor like that. So, honestly, I'm kind of happy that I got eaten there, even if it isn't exactly ideal or optimal, but it is cool to show it off. Another Skulltula, nice and free. And man, we're already back up to 400 rupees. I tell you, this game just throws money at you. Our favorite little dancer. Come here, pal. Catch him with a spin attack or two. And I believe if you do it like that, you can actually get more damage on him than if you just do 1 or 2 jumping attacks. So when he spawns, hit him with a jump attack, get him with a spin attack, and then ideally 1 more jump attack. There you go. And I mean, technically, you're still going to do 3 rounds on him anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But it's at least cool that you can technically sneak in some damage. If I can hit him. Oh, sometimes the camera is not your friend in this game. Huh? Alright, look, I'm just going to hit you. Good enough. Sometimes trying to do things optimally gets you in trouble. Oh well. Ooh. A nice little treasure. It's some bombs. So if you didn't have them, well, and now you do. Otherwise, I think next time we play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we'll finish up the Fire Temple and hopefully put that evil dragon Volvagia down. As always, I'm Brad. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.